Hello guys, welcome. My name is Kat, and for those of you that don't know, I am going through an infertility journey. I have PCOS, and that means polycystic ovarian syndrome, and there are a lot of different recipes and different diets and stuff that are recommended for people with PCOS. So I did this last year. I went on a strictly PCOS diet, and what I've done my research and found is that the PCOS diet is pretty much the keto diet. So if you follow the keto diet, then it's pretty much the PCOS. I highly recommend doing your own research, finding what works for you, and I'm by no means a doctor or a dietitian, I think is what they're called. So definitely talk to your doctor and all that before you completely change your diet. But let's get into this. I found an amazing site that has PCOS diets and recipes. So these recipes are not mine. Well, recipe, because I'm only doing one, is not mine. Do not claim it. It is not mine. But I loved it so much that even though now I'm off the PCOS diet because I decided I didn't want to do it anymore, I still make recipes because they are really good. So I will link below where I found them. The site offers a free and a paid. So I'm only doing a free recipe, so you can go and get it also. It is a really yummy recipe, and the first time I did it, I used like 4 different dishes and bowls, and so I had a lot to clean afterward, and so I was like, I need to fix this recipe so that it works with having, let's see, how many dishes am I gonna have? 2 dishes from cooking and 2 dishes for eating, so 4 in total. Also, I messed up the recipe and I had to completely dump it, clean the pot and everything, and then redo it. So I'm going to teach you how not to have to do that. So this recipe is called stir fry, chicken stir fry. And it is a really, really good recipe. I was incredibly impressed. So I look forward to showing you my tips and tricks for how to make this, and definitely go check out the link below to get recipes for yourself. So any brands you see are definitely not sponsored brands. It's just where I shop. So you can use whatever you want. You can use all vegetarian, or not vegetarian, organic, or any of that. So you're gonna need carrots. I thought that the recipe needed more carrots, so I have 2 carrots. I've already kind of peeled off the first layer, so the first layer is really tough. I still need to wash this guy, but you're gonna need a pepper, mushrooms, which I need to go through, some of them are already getting slimy, snap peas. Now, here's the other thing that this recipe makes this recipe a PCOS recipe. It calls for black rice or wild rice, I think it's called. I don't have either of those, and like I said, I'm not strictly on the PCOS diet, so I'm gonna use what I have, which is long grain rice. Let me put this right. So that's what I'm going to use, which makes it not completely PCOS. So make sure that you have the correct rice if you want it to strictly be a PCOS diet. Okay, so let me wash this guy and we'll get started. Okay, the other thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to fit all of these veggies into this Okay, so apparently my camera had died, so I I've already cut the carrots, and like I was saying, I'm gonna try to put all the veggies into this. While my camera had died, I had cut the carrots, and I found out my mushrooms are completely just slimy and gross. So I will not be doing mushrooms in this recipe, and which makes me very, very sad because I love mushrooms. My husband, on the other hand, will be extremely happy because he hates mushrooms. So I think I'm gonna change up the recipe a little bit, and I'm going to add broccoli so that there's another veggie in it. The recipe does not call for broccoli, but I think I'm going to use broccoli to add a little bit more veggies to it. Okay, so that made, what, a cup? The recipe calls for only half a bell pepper, but I liked the bell pepper in it, so I cut a little bit more. And now time for the sugar snap peas. So these are already supposedly washed and ready, but I still like to give them a little rinse. And then the directions state to just cut them in half. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut them in half and put them in. So yes, my counter is clean. I have washed my counter and my hands. So I'm just going to cut all these and put them in here. Okay, so we have almost 2 cups of veggies. It'll definitely be over 2 cups once I add the broccoli. So this is frozen, already chopped broccoli, and I'm gonna let it thaw here because I do not want the extra moisture in this recipe. So I'm gonna let this thaw, and then I'm gonna add that into this, and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so another helpful tip. This is the part that I messed up and I had to redo completely. Do not do the cornstarch and the soy sauce mixture in the pan. It will clump and it will not make a sauce. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bowl that either my husband or I are going to eat out of, and I'm going to mix it in here. Then I'm going to pour it into it, then rinse out this bowl so it's ready to be used to eat. Then it won't be clumpy. I had to completely redo it because it wasn't a sauce, it was just clumps. So use a separate bowl, don't use the heated pan.